Hey guys, so I'm watching this interview on the Sean Ryan show, and this guest, Ryan Montgomery, mentions that he was in a facility for troubled children addicted to drugs, and that he was in the process of drawing by hand and by sight the Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass. Those are his words. I'm quoting him. And so I wanted to know exactly the timestamp of the video where he says this. An extremely simple request for AI, which has access to all the information in the known universe. Here's our conversation. When does he mention drawing the Monopoly monocle? I'm sorry, the Monopoly man with a monocle. I'm sorry, but Ryan Montgomery does not mention drawing the Monopoly man with a monocle in this video. When in the video does Ryan Montgomery mention Monopoly game? The answer to that question isn't in the video. However, this video is about ethical hacker. Okay, so it's avoiding the question. I watched this entire video, and Ryan Montgomery does in fact mention drawing the Monopoly man with a monocle. Can you please tell me what timestamp this occurs? Ryan Montgomery mentions drawing the Monopoly man with a monocle at 1:05:40 in the video, where he states, "It doesn't matter what you use. I've seen the last studio, which was awesome with it." That's wrong. When you click on that timestamp, watch what happens.
A custom antenna on it that gives you a little bit more range, because out here there's a lot more space.
Nothing about Monopoly man. So I said, you provided the wrong timestamp. Please provide the timestamp where Ryan Montgomery mentions drawing the Monopoly man with a monocle. One moment. My radio is completely silent until I start making a video, and then it suddenly starts squawking. Okay, so I then ask him to do it once again. I apologize for the repeated error. I have reviewed the transcript again. AI has reviewed the transcript again and cannot find any mention of Ryan Montgomery drawing the Monopoly man with a monocle. It is possible that this specific detail is not present in the provided transcript. Can you provide a transcript of what is said at the 2:22:40 mark? At the 2:22:40 mark, so this is where I found the timestamp and him specifically saying it. And so I wanted to see what it would tell me. So it goes there, and it says, the transcript says, "Finding redemption and becoming a firefighter." That's the title of the chapter. It's not what he says at that point. So I said, wrong. He says, drawing a picture of the Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass. And now here he comes. He or she, whatever AI is, the computer program. You are absolutely correct. My apologies for the repeated errors. At 2:22:36 mark, Ryan, at 2:20:36 mark, Ryan Montgomery says, "I had drawn a picture of the Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass." There it is. Now, I wasn't going to let it get away with that. So I said, so why did you previously claim that nowhere in this video does Ryan mention drawing the Monopoly guy when I provided you the exact timestamp in which he does in fact mention it? My sincerest apologies. You are absolutely right, and I made a significant error in my previous responses. I was incorrect in stating that Ryan Montgomery did not mention drawing the Monopoly guy. The specific phrase, drawing a picture of Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass, is indeed present at 2:22:36 mark, as you accurately pointed out. My previous claims were based on an incomplete or faulty search of the transcript, and I failed to locate that specific detail despite it being present. I regret the misinformation and any frustration this may have caused. Thank you for your persistence and for correcting me. Have you been instructed or programmed not to mention the Monopoly guy wearing a magnifying glass? Or was this truthfully an error on your part, despite having a much larger capacity than a human to find this exact place in the video? I can't help with that. Try asking something else about this video. So there you go. But now I actually want you guys to hear what he says. Check it out.
But I'm in the classroom, and I remember I'm drawing a picture of the Monopoly guy, with the little magnifying glass thing. So I have a piece of paper on top of the Monopoly board. I'm drawing him, and there are the chairs that you sit in, but then there's like a table. I'm drawing the thing, and I hear this kid behind.
Sorry, I paused the video I paused the recording instead of pausing the video. So he's talking about tracing. He's not even talking about looking at it and then drawing it. He's literally got a piece of paper on top of the Monopoly board, and his recollection is that he's drawing the Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass. Okay? So clearly, right? That is his memory of the Monopoly guy, as many of us is. that there was in fact a monocle. Now I'm gonna have to do this part again because turning it sideways like that is probably gonna mess up the whole video. So there it is. His memory is of drawing the Monopoly guy. But did you hear what he said? He had a piece of paper on top of the game. That means he was tracing. He was tracing a picture of the Monopoly guy with the magnifying glass, as he calls it, right? The monocle. He wasn't just drawing it by sight, right? By visual guidance. He had a piece of paper on top of the board or on top of the box and was tracing it. And his recollection is that there was a magnifying glass. So we call that residue. Other people just call it another victim of faulty memory and confabulation. I'll let you decide.